Hello ladies, and welcome back to my channel. For anyone who's new, my name is Olivia, and in today's video I'm just going to be doing a quick wrap. I'm sticking to more earthy tones today, brown and gold, and then a beautiful olive and gold. I did want a wee bit of sparkle today because it's kind of outside. It's not super overcast, but it's not bright and sunny either, so it's kind of the weather has been going between rain and dry, so it's kind of an in-between kind of day, so I wanted a little bit of sparkle. My makeup today, I did it off camera because I wasn't sure that this one was going to turn out at all, because I have very little experience with my friend the pineapple palette here. Yeah, the sparkling pineapple. So it's really pretty. You can see the colors and the shine. It's really nice. And it smells like pina colada. It's kind of good. So I did it off camera, and it's really, really fun. The one color I put out on the outside, it changes from a brown to this really cool green depending on the way the light hits it, and it's pretty interesting. Also kept it kind of, I don't know, it's not as bold with the lines as I've been doing, so it was kind of cool. I also kept the lip very, very light. It was not supposed to be this pink. In the tube, it was a little bit more autumny, orangey, kind of bronzy colored. It didn't end up being that way, but that's okay. I kind of really enjoy what did occur. It's really rather attractive. So, all right. I've changed up my shaper for today. Instead of my Wendy, I'm going for the Cloud 9. As you can see, it sort of is a little small for my head and on my hair. I left all the stuffing in. I'm getting ready to do a video on the differences between the shapers. A little bit more in depth than I've seen a lot. It was a requested video, so I'm going to go in depth on the pros and cons and just kind of go through my experiences with each shaper. I don't think I've done that before, so I'm going to be doing that just in case I haven't done it. So that's kind of what's going on. I did place an order from Wrapunzel, and I'm looking forward to receiving it. I am finally replacing the Wendy, the blonde Wendy. I do wear that one a lot. That is a color that I'm really missing right now for my scarf, under my my gold scarves and my interesting clear scarves. The ones that can be seen through, that need the gold coloring underneath. I've been missing that, so I decided to order the other ones that I kind of wanted to replace or purchase in the blonde color. So when everything comes in, I will be doing that video with blonde colored shapers. So I'm looking forward to that, with the really cool idea of showing the differences between the shapes and stuff. I know Wrapunzel has a couple of videos talking about the shapers themselves, and even a post about the different shapes, what you'll look like size-wise and shape-wise with the different shapers. But I thought I would go more in depth into that. So, okay, that's coming up probably 2 weeks-ish, because with all the holiday stuff, it's taking a while to get things shipped out from Wrapunzel, obviously. So it'll be probably next week before I even get the stuff. Between now and then, I've got a bunch of different other things to do, so I'm excited about those. This video I'm doing today is just this quick wrap, but I'm going to attach in at the end 2 videos that were requested because I filmed them last week, but I didn't do introductions to them. They were awkward camera filming angles, so I didn't know how to work them into or do introduction for these videos. So the first one will be the video where I am washing my Lowbun shapers. I had quite a few requests on how I wash them. So I will I will demonstrate in the video in the second portion of this video, and then how I wrap my scarves like this to keep them handy dandy and neat up in the cubby holes. So that's 2 videos I didn't quite know what in the world to do with. Did I just slap them up there and let them go? But I'm going to put them at the end of this video because this one wasn't supposed to be 5 minutes, but I talk too much. So I'm just going to take it back to the beginning. I'm going to do a crisscross style wrap with these 2 scarves and have at it. No tails today because I am continuing to clean my house. I got way behind and I probably shouldn't be cleaning it, but I need to get it done. I feel I'm having that claustrophobic feeling, and I can't deal with it anymore. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to start out with the green on the bottom on my right, just putting it on at an angle, even Steven, just like so. Now I like the way this color green looks with my skin. I say this a lot, but there are certain colors of green that I just can't wear. Most colors of green I just can't wear. But this olive, for some reason, the olive really, really looks good. Okay, just doing the knot in the back. These are approximately even. Now, I'm not doing all the green on one side, all the brown on the other. Again, when I first started wrapping, I kind of giggle at myself. I could never get all of the one color on the one side and the other. I could never get it split like that, and I didn't understand why I couldn't do it. It all has to do with where you place the tails. If you're doing it that way, all the tails have to be on the one side. But I couldn't get it. I could not wrap my mind around how that was done. So I always went with the zigzags in like all opposite directions. It was very, very funny. But and honestly, even after I learned to do it, this is still something that makes me happy when I do this. So, okay, folding the other scarf. Now these are both, because I'm losing my mind today, these are both Shinylicious scarves. So they're very, very light and very airy, and it's nice on this day that's kind of not hot but not cold. It's definitely not cool enough for a pashmina for me. A while ago it would have been. I'd have had my tapestry scarf out and been all excited and like fall weather, but recently no, it's just not. It's not cool enough for those scarves yet. I still have a scarf that I just purchased from the fall line, the Wrapunzel fall line, that I haven't worn yet because it's just too hot. I can't, even with the Lakeshore Bliss, which is supposed to be the perfect transition scarf from summer to, into fall and winter, I can't do it. It's just crazy. It's crazy, but I'm looking forward to the time when I can get that. Now I have that at the angle, and you see this is insane. This color combination it makes me happy. It's just so pretty. Okay, underneath on this side, I'm gonna do a knot, making sure that when I tie my knots, I'm not putting them on top of one another, like having 2 knots like this. My knots are like this in the back. It's important. It's one of the first things I learned from the Wrapunzel ladies, is that your knots should not be like this, because that creates a pressure point in the back. It's very uncomfortable, but like so, where it just spreads up onto the shaper a little bit. Okay. All right, now since I started on this side, I'm going to take this brown and I'm going to fold it into thirds after figuring out the way it wants to lay. nice and neat and crisp, bringing it up at an angle. Now, one of the things about doing it this way, you're always going to have two of the same color intersect. It's fine. It's adorable. It works out in the end. And this first one is always the hardest to get tucked. Okay, come on now. Okay, shoo. There we are. Perfect. Now I'm going to be doing the same thing, and you can see over here these little pieces, the fringes, they're going to get covered up, so don't worry about it. Okay, folding in, bringing up at an angle. Okay, and I'm going to tuck. Bring these around the back, and I'm tucking them in where I can. This brown one is going to give me a little bit of a hard time. I think he would prefer to stay on the shelf today, but there we go. And then this piece here is a little wonky. Just going to stuff him back in. Make sure these are nice and neat. Even. Okay. Now, I'm going to turn around and show you, I do have some fringy bits that are kind of popping. I will eventually get those all put together, but I'll show you the back right now. You can see these got the fringy bits right here. Just do my best to get those tucked in. Okay. All right. So back on this side and back to the green. Okay. All right. Folded. Bringing it over. All right, now this one is going to be much easier to tuck. Just like so. Okay. And then my friend here, where are you? Ah, there we go. Just going to be folding and bringing up at that angle and tucking, finding the pocket and tucking this guy away. Okay. All right. I can adjust this so it's not so much brown on this side showing. Okay, there we go. And then this piece here is a little weird. Shove that back in. Okay, and that is this wrap. Accessories, pretty much anything will go. I have these, I know I'm way out of style, but when I find something I really like, I stick with it. If I like it and it looks good on me, I keep it forever. These really cute earrings. They're nice, pretty feathers. Let's see if I can turn this around. These guys I purchased at the JCPenney like ages and ages ago. Alyssa and I were at the mall, which doesn't actually exist anymore here in Owings Mills. Let me see, I can probably get the colors to show a little bit. Yes, and you can see that green and the browns kind of pull from the makeup here and the green and brown in my wrap. But Alyssa and I were at the mall, and I don't know, I think they were having some crazy clearance sale. It was way before they were going out of business, but I found these beauties for super cheap, and I got these absolutely gorgeous ones, and then a few more feather earrings because that was all the rage at the moment. They seem to come in and out of fashion quite regularly, so I probably won't be out of fashion for long, but again, I wear what I like and what looks good on me. So I kind of really dig this whole earthy feel. And yeah. So this is today's look with the earrings. Thinking I might add a brooch just for giggles. I think I have some really cute ones, but that may be a little too much. We'll see in a second. Got my friend here. I keep all of my brooches in this cute little box. So I'm sure it was like a perfume box or something. It says on the inside, it says Victoria's Secret London. So it was given to me. So I don't quite know what was in it, but this is my most favorite pin. I wear this one constantly. I love this one. But let's see. Ooh, this one. This one was a gift from a friend. I love this one. It's like a whole hodgepodge of things put together. So it kind of is really nifty. I do have one spot on it that the little decoration fell off, and I have it in the box here so I can glue it back on. But I think I'm gonna go with something a little bit smaller and something that has feathers, but I think I'm gonna go with the hoot owl. I love those. And yes, I know it's weird to call them hoot owls, but that's what I did. I'm looking at Lunafish and make sure I didn't disturb his sleep. That's what I used to call them for the kids. So once you have children and you start using creative language to talk to the kids, yeah, you never lose it. Never lose it. So this is my hoot owl, also given to me by my beautiful friend Frida Hannah. I'm going to put him back here on the green because I think it is the perfect placement for him. He's gold, and I think he might get lost on that little strip of brown. But with the green, it's a little bit easier to see him. Oh, fish. What's the matter, Lunafish? He's over there licking his paws, aggressively licking his paws, like something's bothering him. He must have had a bad dream. Cute little thing. So, okay. Now, let me see if I can get a little clip of him. I'll plug it in between the videos just to show you cuteness. But this is the wrap. Spin around really quickly. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please stick around for the second part and the third part if you're interested in the Lowbun shaper maintenance and the wrapping of the 2-in-1s and Tuff 2-in-1s. But have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. This is my little Lunafish. He is sleeping right next to my scarves. Both my cats love to come up here on the chaise in front of the window. I have that window right there. And snuggle up, go seeps. Okay, so filming this is going to be a little awkward, but I'm going to do my best to show you how I wash the Lowbun shaper. This particular one has the beading on the back. All of mine I wash by hand, whether it has the beading or not. I don't trust that they can be washed in the washing machine without damaging the beading or without doing some type of damage to the the front band here. So I always wash mine by hand. Now this particular one I've worn quite a bit, and it has a little bit of discoloring in the front from my makeup. So what I did before is I sprayed a bit of this stain remover on the band. So I just, oh my goodness, I just sprayed it like so. And then I did a little bit of a rubbing like this, just to loosen up the discoloring. And then I let it set for about 15 minutes. Okay. I use cold water. I'm doing this in my bathroom sink, but probably any sink is fine as long as it's clean. I'm just going to immerse it in the water, just like so. I'm being careful not to wring it, just squeezing like this. I take my time with it. Just pressing. Okay. Now, I use a little bit of a mild laundry soap. Any mild soap will do. I happen to use Clean. That's what I use for the rest of my laundry, so that's what I'm using for this. I only use a tiny bit. So, and I don't pour it directly on the cap, I pour it in the water. I'm kind of, but this is how I wash it, just squeezing. And it will come nice and clean. Just a little bit of squishing. Again, I don't wring it, I'm being very careful with the beads. It's enough water. Okay. It seems to have released all of the discoloring from my makeup and from any perspiration. Nice and clean. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get it clean. This time my makeup decided it was coming out quickly. Okay, so I'm just going to take it and squeeze, 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 and squeeze. Let out this water. I'm gonna give it a good rinse. Okay, give the sink a rinse. Squeeze. Just making sure I get the soap out. For me, I find the dirtiest part of the cap is always this inner band right here. The back here and inside back don't really get that dirty, but that's just what I've found. Okay, so all right, one more rinse, and I think I'll have all the soap out. don't need that much water. It can see by the very, by the no bubbles that I've gotten all the soap out. So I can let this water out. Give a squeeze. Give a squeeze. 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 Okay. Now I've gotten a lot of the water out, but it's not all out. What I do now, I'm going to lay this in the sink for a second. I'm going to grab a towel, and then I'm going to shift the camera around to show you. Grab an old towel, and I'm going to shift you around to show you how I squish out the water. Get out as much as possible. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera this way, and I'm going to lay the towel down. I'm going to put the cap on the towel, keeping it like so. Okay, I'm going to fold the towel up. Let's try to keep, no, they're going to be that way. I'm going to fold it up, and I'm going to press. I'm not wringing like this. I'm just pressing. It's kind of the same concept as we use on carpet when we spill stuff on the carpet. Just put the towel down and press, 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 and get as much of the excess water out as possible. Okay, now I can take this, open it up, and do the same thing around the band. The band and the bun is what holds a lot of water, at least a lot of excess water, because there's stuffing here, and I have a stabilizer in the front. It's like a dual purpose stabilizer sweatband inside of here. Okay, so pressing, 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 and then it's not too bad back here. I can flip it over, being gentle with the beads, lay them flat, and press, being careful not to twist. Okay, now when it gets to this point, I just reshape the bun a little bit, and it's barely damp right now, except for this spot right here. I can hang it up like this. You know, it'll do like this, with a clothespin here, or some type of hook on the back of the door is something I like to do. I don't like to hang them this way because this is having all the weight hang down, and there's a possibility that it could stretch out a little bit. So I like to either hang them by the bun side, or I just leave them to lay flat to dry, like so. You can leave it on the towel or just on a clothing drying rack. And then that's pretty much how it's done. When it's dry, I think you might, even if you need it to dry it in a pinch, drying with the hair dryer could work. Just blowing it dry, that could possibly work. I've never done it, but it's an option. So, all right, that's how we clean these Lowbun caps. Okay, to wind up my Tuff 2-in-1s and 2-in-1s into that really great shape for storage, I start out by taking my hanger and I place it on my toes like so. I can wiggle my toes, and I sit it on the floor. Okay, I typically don't do this with socks on, but it's gonna be a little slightly awkward, but I haven't had a pedicure yet, so I have this just like so. Doesn't matter which way this particular piece goes, whatever way it ends up. I've got a few of these to do, so I'll just do them all on camera. I take the tuff 2-in-1, I fold it in half like this, with all the fringes on one side, a hook on this side. I begin to spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it until it's nice and tight. You can see it tightening up. I put it around the hanger loop, and then I go opposite of the way I twisted. So I twisted to the left. Now I'm going to take this piece and twist it around going to the right. It's a little awkward, but like so, like so. And then when I get to the top, you have the loop here. I'm going to shove this piece through. Now I don't pull it all the way through. I like to leave here because then I can just pull out and it will open up easily for me. And then when I take it off, I've got this nifty shape. Now, since it doesn't take long to do them, and I have about 3 or 4 over here, I'll just do them all now. Okay, I'll put this one down here. Okay, so again, I've got this one, and I'm going to try to get a little higher this time as far as the camera. Okay, I got this piece, I'm folding it in half. Here are the tassels. Here's the loop, twisting towards the camera. Bringing it around. Okay, so you see like so. Then I'm twisting opposite. Twisting towards the right, like this. I get to the top and I pull this somewhat through. It can be a little tricky, a little tough, but that's what I end up with. If you want to pull it all the way through, more power to you. I typically just don't. And then I have one more, two more. I have to take apart my wrap from yesterday, so let's do that. Okay. What a way to get me to put things away. Okay, so I have the 2 watercolor 2-in-1s. So I got this in half toward the camera. Okay, and then the opposite direction. Reach through and pull, unloop. Okay, and then one more, and then I am done with these. Okay, in half, twist, 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 twist these up. Okay, down here. Okay, opposite direction. They don't have to be perfect, but there we go. That's it. And I now have 4 scarves to put away nice and neatly. Definitely takes up a lot less space in this particular shape than it does just folded up, because these are a little bit more difficult for me to fold up than some of the other scarves. So, all right.